Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shemi Hashai, Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Aquath that are listening and learning being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. Okay, so we're going to start right here. This lesson is going into deception. Okay, because no matter what the deception, everything is moving toward the Most High's plan. And we'll get into that too. First, let's point out that everything you see is a deception. So don't fall for it. Stay on track. Stay focused, okay? We understand that they got to push this MOTB before the missiles come. So everything has its order. We got to be patient and we got to live through this. All right, so don't be deceived. Matthew 24:4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. All right, well, why did he say that? Because they asked him a question. They said, hey, tell us when shall these things be? What things? You coming back, right? The second coming, the sign of your coming. They say, well, how will we know when you're coming back? And when we're going to enter into the kingdom, the end of Esau's world, the end of the season of the Gentiles, the season of Esau ruling the world, and the beginning of the kingdom. What are the signs? He said, look, here are the signs. Deception. The most important thing during this time, the time that we're in, and it's a sign that here we are at the end. Great deception. Okay? And then he goes on again. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. So great deception is everything. You shall hear of wars and rumors. This is part of the deception. And ye shall hear. There shall be great deception, right, from the anointed, and connecting whatever comes after this to this deception. Rumors of war. You shall hear of wars and rumors of war. And all these things, nation against nation, famines, pestilences, earthquakes, all this is part of the deception. Okay? Meaning, I created it. This ain't natural. I made that famine. I made that superbug. Right? I made Marburg. Right? And put it in you with a time release. I'm creating those earthquakes wherever I want to. Okay? These are the beginning of sorrow. And part of this plan, right? This is the devil's plan. Esau, right? The Edomites right here, the ones in rulership, we're gonna cause this shit to happen, right? And act like it's just happening on its own, or it's a natural thing, or it's global warming, or it's, whatever it is, right? It's just happening on its own. When this devil moves, see, this is the devil moving. He don't want you to understand that it's him creating it. Now, this devil's creating his own demise. Why? Because the Most High is making him think that this is the road to your new world order. Right? Got to get rid of these niggas. Right? Get rid of the mud people or whatever you can say. Right? Which is this is what this is. We're going to starve them out. We're going to smallpox blankets them out. We're going to, what's included in earthquakes? Well, HARP, What else does HARP do? Well, it's part of a larger system, right? Of bouncing uh, signals or frequencies off of the ionosphere, right? Going into what? Lasers, laser technology, all sorts of shit that they're doing. They're creating this. They're creating the bugs. They're creating the fish. Shut down all the food factories. Got some GMO for you. You're going to eat bugs and you're going to love it. So they're creating these wars. Okay? Here it is. They're going to create some shit. Right? And it's all a deception. So when we watch this, we watched Skeletor. Okay? 3 hours ago. This is Skeletor 3 hours ago. Full Spectrum Survival with Kelly and Brad. Right? But listen to the first thing Skeletor says, because I've been saying it, since the whatever invasion, Hamas invades. Come on. Come on. Now everybody knows, and everybody's saying it, because what they're doing, and when I say they, Amalek is the head. They're making a run for it right now. They're trying to bring in the NWO. Listen to what he says about what everybody is figuring out about this so-called war in the Middle East. Take it away, Skeletor.
A lot of people are saying right now that this Israeli war was a false flag event. They're saying
what? They're saying, a lot of people are saying what? That it was man-made. It didn't happen because Hamas had a plan. We can go grab up some people and kill them, and then after that, then whatever happens to us happens. They didn't do that. Come on. You see what's going on right now? They didn't bring that upon themselves. Okay. Don't be fooled. Somebody set this whole thing in motion, right? All it takes is some masks. These motherfuckers parachuting in, I bet you their faces were covered, weren't they? So you can't tell whether they're Israelis or whatever. Okay, because when you do the homework, guess what Hamas goes back to? Okay, who created it? All right.
a lot of people are saying right now that this Israeli war was a false flag event. They're saying that it was impossible for some of the best intelligence gathering groups in our entire world to not know that this many soldiers were infiltrating that country.
Quick stop, real quick. Let's go back. Let's review that one more time. Okay? Here's the whole thing. See, it's getting harder and harder to run these scams and these schemes, right? They're calling it their 911, right? That scheme. It was easier 23, 24 years ago to run that play. Now everybody's like, oh, hell no. Here we go again. Okay? What did Yahushua said? Matthew 24:4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that this devil can't just say what the hell he wants to. And you're going to believe it. Don't fall for it. Right? Are they not saying that they are the anointed? Is Benjamin Netanyahu and those people in that land, aren't they saying that they are the anointed? That they're God's chosen? Aren't they saying that? That's part of the deception. It's kind of pointing at them. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed. I am Israel. I am uh, God's chosen. Right? That's what that means. and all of this other deception. Where people are, they can see it now, right?
A lot of people are saying right now that this Israeli war was a false flag event. They're saying that it was impossible for some of the best intelligence gathering groups in our entire world to not know that this many soldiers were infiltrating that country. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I want you to listen to this breaking news. The Egyptian intelligence minister called Benjamin Netanyahu
2 weeks before and told him it was coming.
The Israeli president, for all intents and purposes, 10 days before this attack began. And he warned them that they were seeing something horrible and something unusual. They called it, according to Egypt, a terrible operation. They said it was about to take place from Gaza, and that Egyptians and the government right now are very surprised by the indifference that was shown on this issue from the prime minister to Israel.
So, not only did they allow it to happen, right? Because they knew about it, they set it up. Oh well, we'll put a rave right here on the border, make it fair game. We'll schedule a rave for that day.
White House is picking up their slack with this, saying that we are working with regional partners to warn any country and every country who might take advantage of this situation that they will face the full coming down of the U.S. military on their heads if they don't stay out of it.
And that's just what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to come back to this and show. The Most High is orchestrating all of this. Okay, right now people are moving their equipment to that region, including the U.S. The U.S. sends a carrier and a carrier group. Okay, that's happening right now. So we see the Most High moving. Most High is controlling everything from the very top.
The Prime Minister to Israel, he told President Joe Biden that Israel has no choice and has been left with no choice but to launch
has no choice but to follow through with the plan that was already set up. It's pretty obvious. I'm gonna let him talk for a little more, and I'm gonna try to keep this short. More of the same. Come on, Skeletor.
Largest ground war operations in Middle Eastern history.
What'd he say?
That Israel has no choice and has been left with no choice but to launch one of the largest ground war operations in Middle Eastern history. In a quote, he says, "We have to go in. We cannot negotiate. We need to restore deterrence." The report claims that Biden did not push back against the Israeli prime minister on this, basically giving the okay. The footage shows that some information has been released from the IDF. Air Force planes are carrying out extensive attacks along the length and the breadth of the Gaza Strip. They have, according to reports, wreaked havoc on terrorist groups. In just the last couple of days, we saw hundreds and hundreds of targets attacked using dozens of planes. Now, the IDF chief of staff told their troops on the border that after a rough start, we are shaping the line of engagement. We have hit hundreds of terrorists. Whoever gets close, they are killed. We will finish. Now, here are some words that are important that they're saying. We will finish purifying the area. So,
wait a minute. Ethnic cleansing? Is that like toxic masculinity? is that weasel words for ethnic cleansing?
Purifying the area so that we will not have these terrorists here.
Listen to that.
We will finish. Now, here are some words that are important that they're saying. We will finish purifying the area so that we will not have these terrorists here.
See, ethnic cleansing. There's another word, genocide. Okay, that word gets thrown around to somebody's benefit. Here it is, you're doing it, but you're accusing everybody else of performing that while you're the main purveyor of it.
And we are, he says, at the same time, already on the offensive. We have many more tasks. We need to be strong. It started badly, and it's going to end very badly.
I want to hear the Palestinians count, body count. Okay? I want to hear their side of the story, not what we're being told by you know who owns the media. I know who doesn't own the media. How about that? I know who doesn't own the media, so who can we listen to about a body count? All right? Don't trust the body count. How about that? Right? Because they're going to, same situation in Maui. Oh, 10 niggas died. That was it. But right now, hey, you know how many people they killed over there on the first day? You could just say whatever the fuck you want, and we're supposed to believe it. Well, guess what? What did Yahushua say? Let no man deceive you by any means.
The other side of this. You know, violence begets violence a lot of times. And you start to see, let me just take you through this cycle of action here. So you have the Israeli government, their military, their police, whoever. They kill one soldier, one person, especially one civilian on an opposition side. Now that opposition side sees the aggressor as the Israeli government, military, soldier, whoever, and it starts this never-ending cycle where the snake is eating its own tail of violence. Hamas, Palestinians, whoever it might be, Iran especially, they're all after Israel.
Wait a minute. How did this whole mess start? Well, somebody came in and took some land and started killing the people around them. Things just don't, happen by osmosis. They don't just happen on their own. So how did the conflict start in the first place? Well, it has to do with the taking of land. Ask Gad. Let's ask Gad what happened, right? Well, the normal thing. Somebody comes in, sees what they want, starts killing people around them and claiming the land for themselves. It sounds very familiar.
Israel's over here seeing them as the aggressors themselves. And so you see this cycle begin, and what we're looking at, this could be the thing, the thread, the catalyst that sends us into a nuclear event.
You think so? That's not Esau's plan. His plan is to fool everybody into believing, oh, we're going right up to the wire, but the Most High is the one in control.
Even a biological one. There has been some, you can call them a theory of conspiracy. You can call them maybe just a far-reaching conclusion. But they say that it was the Israeli labs that first created a virus capable of targeting just one group's ethnicity.
Huh? That sounds like genocide. Does it not? You get to wave that around. Oh, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to the G word on us, but you're the one doing it. You're the one clearly doing it. And if anybody says that, oh, then you got a word for that you can lock somebody up and kill them if they call you out on your bullshit. Let no man deceive you.
Just one group. If that's true, we might even see a biological threat come out of this event. And let me tell you, that's scary. JP.
But who would be doing it? Are the Palestinians going to pull out a race-specific bioweapon on those people over there? Or is it going to be the other way around?
Oregon has said that this Middle Eastern conflict and the impact that it will have is that we can expect to see short-term spikes in oil prices. They say that these will become medium-term spikes, and then they will become sustained spikes.
Okay, so now he's going from what this planned war is going to really achieve. Okay, because this is all part of their plan to do what? To bring in the new, right? To reset. They want to reset the money, they want to reset the power. This is what they're calling their new world order. But guess what? See, that's what they're using all of this for. But what is the Most High using it for? He's making this devil think he's going to succeed where he's not. Okay, let's go to Proverbs. Let me get out quick. Proverbs 21, yeah? Or is it 20? Oh, here it is. The king's heart, Bibi Netanyahu, his mind. The king's mind is in the hand of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is running this. All right? The king's mind control. Okay? Let's read the good news. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, controls the mind of a king. Mind control. Who's doing it? Supreme. MK Supreme. Not Ultra. Supreme. Okay? See that mind there? That's your heart. Your heart is your mind. Okay? And who's in control? Yahweh. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai controls the mind of a king as easily as he directs the course of the stream. So whatever we see here, whatever this guy is talking about, we know it's a top-down situation, as is everything. Okay? And what is the Most High doing? Let's get it. See, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. And these clowns are mocking the Most High by trying to be him as though you're running some shit. Talk about a genocide. You ain't finna genocide nothing. You finna get your ass checked. I'll just put it like that. About to get your ass checked. Where am I going with it? Where was I going? Huh. Am I going back? Let's see. Oh, I know where I'm going. I'm going here with it. Joel. What's going on? Let's find out. Let's go to the NLT. Okay. I, who is the Most High, right, will gather the armies of the world into the Middle East. Where is the valley of Yehoshaphat? God's judgment. He's gathering the armies of the world. They're on their way right now to the Middle East, right now. And we're watching it. We're watching this happen. Why is this going on? Because the Most High is the one gathering, not Bibi Netanyahu, not Joe Biden. Those guys their minds are being controlled. And what's happening is they're sending their armies. Right? Why? Because the Most High is making them. He's gathering the armies of the world into the Middle East. Well, what's he going to do when they get there? Well, he's going to judge them for harming his people. The Negroes, the Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and speckled bird. He's rounding them. He's setting an ambush for them. He's gathering them into the strike zone, which is the valley of Yehoshaphat. See, in that valley, when you lead an army, right? You bring them into that valley, and then you got, people in the mountains set up. It's going to be a turkey shoot, right? There will I judge them for harmony. Why are you doing that? Why are you bringing all those armies together in the Middle East? Because they're going to be judged. You can get them all in the same. What does it mean, judge, if he's going to slaughter them? All those armies. What do armies do? Well, they go to war, right? So they think that they're all going to get in there and they're going to do their little war thing, but guess what? They're trapped. Why? For harming his people, what they did for lynching niggas for years. How about that? His special possession. Oh, you lynched my special possession for years. And then you scattered them, right? Kizzy, you can go here. Chicken George, you can go over here. All right. We can take you all the way to Europe. We can take you all the way to Arabia. You go into the United States, you're going to Europe, you're going to Arabia, you're going to Australia. And for dividing, what? Uh-oh. Who's in the land? Who's over there fighting over? Wait a minute. Who's over there fighting for the land right now that don't belong to you? We can pull it out. Okay, who divided up the land? Somebody appointed it into their own hands, right? They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. Uh-oh, not that dreaded word slaves. That's CRT. You can't say that. Wait a minute. This is why. You mean that war going on over there is because of the slaves? Not the Slavs, the slaves. Lincoln freed the slaves. Well, who are the slaves? Well, what's their name? Well, their name is slaves. Their name is black. Their name is Negroes. Who are the Negroes? God's people, his special possession. This is why what we see going on right now is going on. Appointed, there, my land. Ooh, see how it pops up? Somebody did this. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, God, the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Uh-oh, somebody's name popped up. Uh-oh, we're getting to the nitty-gritty. We're on a first-name basis here. All of them, not just Edom, all Edom, meaning all the Edomites, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of, uh-oh, that's who divided the land. So whoever's over there fighting over that land right now, okay, which happened to be Ishmael and Edom, Amalek to be exact, okay, you got, your name came out there. You're the one that's over there. The Balfour This is the Balfour Declaration right here. By appointment, that land belongs to them. The Balfour Declaration. Who did that? Okay. With the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey, so that they might plunder its pasture land. Well, they have certainly done that, but the point is this, okay? It's all here. The people that are over there fighting, let's go to the hit list, which is Psalm 83. Let's see if we can find the culprits. All right. Here we go. The tents. Okay. For with one mind, let's get 5. Psalm 83 and 5. Who's over there fighting over the land right now? Who's fighting over the land of Israel, the Most High's land at that? Well, certainly not his people. His enemies are. For with one mind they plot together, they form an alliance against you, the tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites. Up right there at the top of the list. It goes on Chinese, uh, uh, Japanese, uh, Africans, actual Africans, not the people claiming. These people right here are claiming to be these people, while these people claim to be us. Well, specifically, these people. But the point I'm making here is right here. That's who's over there in the land fighting. These people are calling themselves Philistia or Palestinians, and they're not. They're Ishmaelites. These people are calling themselves Israelites. Oh, no, they're not. They're calling themselves Israelis, but they're not. They're Amalek. They're Edom. We just read that. All right? Who appointed the land into their own hands? Well, these two people. And guess what? You Ishmaelites, right? You were involved in that slave trade. You were involved in it. Okay? And you're going to get got right here. Against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart. Okay? So, we go back to Skeletor. We understand what's going on. Okay? They are being gathered. All right? This usually comes out in the World War III daily update, but it's coming out now. Joel 3 and 9. What is this? Berean? Oh, and NLT. Say to the nations or the armies, far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. This is what's going on right now. The Most High is doing it. Look at this. What's Arabia doing right there? Okay. Well, that's what Edom did. Sold our daughters, sons and daughters, to the Arabians. Well, the Arabians, you're going to catch that hell too. Where are they at? Uh-oh, the Africans right there. You Africans are going to get it too. See? You're going to get it. And there you are, Edom. Everybody's in place. Arabs. See, everybody's being put on notice. These are the people involved in the transatlantic slave trade. You got the Africans, you got the Edomites, the Idumeans, and you got the Arabians. Okay, so can't hide. We see what's going on, and we're praying that we're hastening the day. Okay, haste thee. Let's get 1 Peter 4 and 7. 1 Peter 4. But the end of all things is at hand. We're looking at Esau's end. End of all things, what does that mean? The end of the eon, an expanse of time. The end of all things, Edom, Idumeans. The trap is being set. You're on your way. Okay, you're on your way into the strike zone right now, and you don't even know it. We could say this a million times. You're so proud, you don't even know. See, the Most High, right? He gets down like this. He got his chariots, war machines. He's got his ground troops, right? And he set up a trap for you. The valley of Yahushua. See, this is the valley, and these are the mountains where the weapons are. And then you can walk right into the Middle East, all of you. And that's where you'll be judged, like Pharaoh was judged. When he got his ass caught right up in here, he was judged. Same thing is going on right now. So with that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and you sisters. Don't be deceived. Sit back and watch. All right. And repent and be healed. Okay. You got a minute left right before it starts getting real bad out here. Shalom.